my new album, that is Passion, Soul and Fire. That is the last one. That's my. They're all. I mean, I love all of them because I never record something that I have to record. I'm very blessed with that. But this album, it was an album that I really wanted to do because on 2006 I was very sick actually, and I didn't know if that was going to be my last album or not. So I wanted to do something I really wanted to do, and originally the album was called Under the Influence because I wanted to expose all the stuff I learned, okay, like classical stuff. All the stuff, and at the same time all the blues, okay. Stevie Ray Vaughan and stuff I learned, Robin Trower, B.B. John King, I love B.B. John King, man, and Joe Satriani. I don't know, it's a whole list. I get sick with a guitar player for a period of 6 months, okay, and I like to study everything they do and then I move forwards. So some guys, they take longer. I'm learning Richie Blackmore stuff until today, okay, and Hendrix stuff until today. And there are other cats that are more easy, like Joe Satriani. I have my period of learning Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, Joe Bonamassa is a great guitar player too. I like Eric Gales. Eric Johnson, of course. Eric Johnson is a wizard, man.
Yeah. You have a diverse mix of influences, style-wise, playing-wise, and you mix it all together into a pretty unique thing with your albums.
Yeah, I guess so. I try to be different. When I moved from, I used to live in Hollywood in the late 80s, early 90s. I moved to Sacramento, and there was around the time of Nirvana and all those. I couldn't make that change, man. So I went back into blues, and I started to play a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan and stuff. And then I found myself walking in the street when I moved to San Francisco, and people would stop me and say, "Oh, I saw you in this bar or that bar, and you are the Stevie Ray Vaughan guy, yeah?" And I started to hate that. So I realized. Not hate it, because I respect Stevie, nobody's gonna be like Stevie Ray Vaughan, but I wanted to have my own voice. So I worked every day of my life in having my own personality on tone-wise especially, and finally I'm not shy about who I am, because that was another thing too. It was like I wanted to fit, I was feeling strange. I'm not from here, I wasn't born in USA, and I was concerned about being accepted or not until I accept myself for who I am, and I embrace all this stuff, the flamenco and the classical, and I finally pour it all out with Passion, Soul and Fire. Has a huge impact on me meeting Johnny Winter. Okay, I met Johnny Winter at the Fillmore, and it was sad because Johnny was sick by that time, okay? But I heard those records all my life. I learned to play guitar by Johnny Winter, okay?
Sure.
So, yeah, that was amazing for me to find myself at the film with Johnny Winter, and then I turn back, I go, wow, I came such a long way. So I remember this little kid playing guitar on my bed in Argentina, and here I am at the film with Johnny Winter, you know?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, best concert you ever saw?
Deep Purple.
Yeah.
Of course.
Where was that?
I saw Deep Purple at the World Film one day, and I was very impressed because they
San Francisco.
Yeah, in San Francisco. I saw Deep Purple with Steve Morris actually.
Wow.
And I was very impressed because they had Joe Satriani as a guest. Okay.
Nice.
And I thought, okay, how is it that Joe Satriani is going to be able to play on Steve Morris' gear? Okay. And sound like Joe Satriani, and he did it. And then I learned from that too, how to sound like me in any type of gear and in any type of situation. Like when we tour, for example, I'm going now to a place, to Ecuador, and there the gear is different. I don't know what kind of amplifier I'm going to use, you know.
Sure.
So to be able to sound like me with different.
Do you use specific pedal setup?
Yes, I do. I am very, I say I'm a different guy, man. I go to the gym, but I'm not into sports, I'm not into drinking, and I'm not into, I spend most of my time on music, on guitars, and I spend a lot of time on my sound, on pedals. So I own a whole, I probably own more pedals than the music store, okay? Because people endorse me sometimes and give me, I just received some pedals too from
Sure.
Keeley, very nice pedals, but yeah, I have certain pedals in my board. Those are my best pedals. After searching on hundreds of pedals, I find the ones I like for until I find something better, of course. This is my favorite Stratocaster. It has the thicker neck I have found in my life, and I put giant stainless steel frets. I play very rough, okay, and I have tendency to end my frets in a period of 10 months to a year. So yeah, this is my workhorse, and I have a Fender 62 reissue that is exactly the same type of neck. And that is my second guitar, and that one is tuned half-step down.
Sure.
Okay, with
sure.
the vintage pickups, but it has the same work. I do my setup on the bridge, and every guitar is different, every piece of wood is different, and every spring is different. They have different tension. So, and with different strings, I use different tensions on the pickups too.
Sure.
So I like to have my bridge that it goes up exactly a step and a half, and it has to be able to do a one and go back in perfect tune. So I don't believe it, because the Fender tremolo doesn't stay in tune. It's all about us. It takes time to set it up. I learned this from a guy in Italy that is a physician. He explained me the whole theory of tension on springs and strings, and finally I understood why is it that, or what I need to do to keep it in tune very much.
Sure.
Yeah, well, it's all about practicing too. I have guitars with different frets. I believe if I don't practice, I can't play. But yeah, it helps on it's a different animal, because stainless steel frets, they are brighter. So they compensate well with how dark is the rosewood neck.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a whole game of tone between how before I change the strings, the nut is a bone nut, and frets. I study the guitar, how much bass I have on the guitar. Okay, if the guitar is too bright, like if it was a 7-inch Strat with a maple neck, and you put stainless steel frets like this, it will be super bright.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So this compensates. I work on the bass and the highs. They come from the guitar, and the middle come from my pedals.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so I turn the middles until that point where I can get enough sagging, but at the same time not too much, you know?
Sure.
That is floppy.
Sure.
And the fast pace helps too.
Yeah.
About my influences, I got my first guitar when I was 8 years old, and it was a flamenco guitar. It is a difference between a flamenco guitar and a classical guitar, but at the age of, I would say, 12, I started to hear, I was, in Argentina they have a war with Falkland Islands, so we have a huge influence of bands like Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin and all these British bands, okay, people like Jeff Beck, Clapton, and I started to hear one night I hear a song from Deep Purple, Burn, absolutely changed my mind. They had the riff as well. So I hear that, man, and it blew my mind, you know. The next day I went to the record store and I wanted to see what these guys look like, and I found this LP from made in Europe, okay, and there it was, Glenn Hughes, man, with long hair, and I go, wow, this is amazing. My parents, they wanted me to be a pilot, okay, and I go, a pilot or Deep Purple, yeah. Then I ran into a record of John Lee Hooker with Jimi Hendrix, very rare album that I was blessed to have, and another album was Nothing by the Blues by Johnny Winter. And then I hear all the stuff like Pee Wee Clayton, okay, and of course B.B. King.
You take some of that with your music, you take the influences of that and put your own twist on it with a more rocking edge, as we'll see today later in the concert.
Yes, I guess so. I can avoid either one of them. Okay, I cannot play blues. I mean, if I commit to play a blues song, I could, but it's not what is in my heart. Okay, I want to be who I am, and it's like a gumbo soup, you know, a little bit of classical music, because I love stuff like. Okay, from Beethoven, and I like Bach, and I love Paganini, of course, and Vivaldi, okay? So when you learn the stuff at such an early age, man, you know, it's on your blood.